everyone. It's an early morning. It's pretty cold out there. I've got a cat and two dogs in here. and I have to get ready to go over to my oldest daughter's home for a few days because she's going on a work trip. Yes, she has to do that sometimes. And it's working out really well this time with my daughter not working and except for today, which her husband's here taking care of the little one, and so I can go on over there today for the next few days and be with my other grandchildren. I love it. I just love it. I love how things work out just like that, right? Yes. Well, I got to be kind of careful. Both of my grandchildren here, right? Yes. My granddaughters, two of my granddaughters have me all the time. And then my other two, right? I get to see them as often enough, but and I'm a pretty cool grandma, so yeah, one wants to make sure that I get to spend a couple of days with just exclusively with them, so which is great, right? Yes, okay. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, and to keep everything nicely and evened out, it's balance. Balance. Yes. Yeah. Children don't quite understand all that stuff yet, right? So you got to make sure as adults that you take care of these things. So just to get quickly into it, so President Trump has already signed all kinds of things. I've talked about that a little bit earlier, but I didn't and kind of checked out what it was. So here's the thing: if, as an adult, you have to be told, and there has to be now a law or something where, okay, ban something or this or that. When it comes to people, there are two genders, and that's male and female. Say it. Male and female. That's it. Okay? We don't have anything in between. No, you're not fluid or whatever. That's not, no. You're not a this or a they or a that or a whatever. Okay? An up or a down or I don't know what. You're a he or a she. Uh, uh, and that is that. Got it? Yeah. Yes. And then when there is more than one person together, then they become they and them. All right? It's a number thing. You have to be told that. Okay. Okay. I'm just saying. Don't be an idiot out there. Okay? Or follow someone that says, "Oh, we can fix this for you, and we'll make everybody go along with it." Well, we got a president obviously who goes, "No, we're not. If in your own private quarters, in your own home, you're paying the mortgage for or the rent, okay, or and your own bills. You do what you want as long as it doesn't go against children or forcing someone to do what they don't want to do. I'm just saying, like kidnapping and then holding them, by force, or you know what I mean? Okay, when I say, but one has to mention that, right? Well, people don't know what that means. You get to do whatever you want in your own space, as long as what? It's not a criminal thing against someone else. Okay. There was another thing, huh? Something about anti-Semitism. Okay. Yes, of course. And anybody out there, what are you, dumb? We don't have nothing against any race out there. What is that? To just have some kind of a weird idea against any race because of whatever is wrong. Done. But people need to be told that. And, anybody that, in my opinion now, that's my opinion, anybody that shows any kind of sign of favoring the Hitler sign, for example, okay, which also has a different origin, by the way, but just saying. So people take certain signs, like the rainbow, and then make it into something that it is not. Then, though, suddenly, now you have to beware. But what is that rainbow actually used for now? Is it still what it was supposed to be? Okay, is the Hitler sign if somebody uses it? Oh, well, I'm not using it because I'm pro Hitler or pro Nazi, right? But one doesn't know that anymore because people have abused things like that. Yes, it's the same in my own belief, where someone went and took a beautiful symbol of unity and made it into some gun toting baloney. So I know, right? Yes. So far, what I've seen, what President Trump got or said, no, we're not going to enforce that anymore. You want to do that in your own private company, this, and that, and you feel like you need to have that for some diversity thing or whatever, you go ahead and you do that. But as far as forcing the public to go along with what I consider drill and sawdust is coming out, no. But then yesterday when I talked about the food, right, why are people going along with all this food that just makes you sick? Why do you buy this stuff? Right? All right, a lot of different things. Yes? Change. Just start the change. Yes? Okay. Well, anyway, like I said, I know that acid reflux, heartburn is a big thing among people, even young people. Right? Look at what you eat. And I say, man, I already messed up my stomach. That's what it is. If you get acid reflux from, okay, unless you overeat something that's really acid, blah, blah, blah. But if you have a lot of acid reflux and you feel like, well, but I am eating okay, probably you're not, then most likely your stomach lining is not well anymore. Maybe even destroyed. Who knows? I don't know. Then start working on that. Yeah, can you fix a stomach? Yes, you can with goat's milk. Yes, all right. Maybe goat's cheese too. Maybe anything goat related, that has goat's milk in it. Go try it. I know it works. All right. I had goats. So we are in Psalm 137. So let's get going. So, again, why do people why am I bringing this up? Why do people have to be told that? Is everybody dumber than a coal bucket out there? That we have to have laws like that put in place where, thank you for letting me make up my own mind when it comes to that. I'm not going to go to somebody else's home who decides to, has some, all right, my opinion, you're just weird, okay? You're weird and you're going to grow out of it. Yes? Go and tell them what to do in their own home, as long as it's still legal, as long as whatever they're doing is consensual and legal, okay? Legal per se, again, if it's consensual, then I'm not going to go and tell you what to do in your own home. But don't come and tell me what to do in my own home either. How about that? And on the workplace where, no, I'm not going to, this itty bitty little group of people that what you suddenly want now everybody else to conform to what exactly? No, I'm glad that is over with because it's messing with our children's heads. Okay? There. Or eventually it will. So, that doesn't mean that we can't raise wonderful, beautiful, loving children who are not out there persecuting and judging anyone who is still on the road of recovery of whatever. Okay? Restoration path or whatever. Again, as long as the other party also knows how to behave. There. Shouldn't be too hard. Anyway, so started this one in a good way. Well, tough love. I had to give some tough love to someone yesterday as well, where, I just went in and I said, don't try to tell me who I am or how I feel like or this or that, just because you're scared to actually look at yourself. And then decide that, if I throw a couple of insults that way, that is going to make a difference. Or I'm suddenly going, I'm way too secure in my own person and in the guidance that I am getting from my heavenly parent and spirit world, to let someone like that get into my head. And that's what it is. They don't never get into your heart, but they get into your head, or they try to. And then you got to be ready. Again, I always say, be ready. What did I tell that brother, that dear beloved brother? I said, regardless, I love you as a brother. Okay, it's a brother in faith. And it seems as if you don't think you're worthy of that. And until you realize that you are worthy of love, you're probably going to throw all this stuff at other people. Yes. Again, oftentimes in the way that people talk and accuse or assume, yes, is often because they have such little love for themselves, feel so little worth for themselves. And what does someone like that do? Try what? Misery loves company. Get you to get into the same space as them. And the thing is, even if it's done through virtual reality, right? Well, spiritually, right? Emotions travel. Yes, they do. Yeah. Well, anyway. So, yeah, a little tough love, and then let them know you're loved, regardless on how unworthy you feel. You are loved. And if one cannot feel Heavenly Parent's love for each one of us, then, all right, Heavenly Parent for each of us has His love, her love. Heavenly Parent's love is always there. People feel unworthy, unloved. It's because they're not willing to recognize that. Yes? Not willing. You are loved. You've always been loved from the moment of conception and even before that. Always. Build your life upon that, not what everyone else then does around you or to you. Yes? That's how we overcome. Yes. Well, it is the month of February. Psalm 137, Song of the Exiles. We're in the book of Psalms. By the rivers of Babylon we sat and wept. At the memory of Zion, on the poplars there we had hung up our harps. For there our gaolers had asked us to sing them a song, our captors to make merry. Sing as one of the songs of Zion. How could we sing a song of Yahweh on alien soil? So they were asked to witness, and they said, well, we got to go home and do it there. Couldn't do it on alien soil. All soil, all around the world, was created by whom? So how could it be alien soil? See, again, get into the depth of despair and you're making things up. They obviously did too. All right. If I forget you, Jerusalem, may my right hand wither. May my tongue remain stuck to my palate. If I do not keep you in mind, if I do not count Jerusalem the greatest of my joys. Remember, Yahweh, to the Edomites cost the day of Jerusalem, how they sat down with it, raze it to the ground. Daughter of Babel, doomed to destruction, a blessing on anyone who treats you as you treated us, a blessing on anyone who seizes your babies and shatters them against a rock. And that is very terrible. I uprooted many times in my life, yes. And I never considered just one place my home. Yeah, I do know where I want to be buried, yes, on our, okay, so the farm, is that my home? Yeah, but it's going to be someone else's home eventually as well, right? And right now I'm going to be for several years I'm going to be here, right? Taking care of my grandchildren. We have a cemetery on our property. So that's where I'm going to be going eventually, or my body is. My spirit ain't going to stay there. So again, oh sure, I'm going to be what? Place to rest in a place, right? That's where I'm going to be? No. I'm going to be moving on. As if, yep, time up. Now I'm really uprooted, right? Spiritually, I'm going to go fly. Yes. Are you kidding me? There's way too much to go and explore there. Yes, and restoration and helping. Yep. Yes. I got great stories about all that stuff. When it comes to other spirits who come back, have told me, have shared, and that I, for one reason or another, I was a part of, and then became privy of. Yes. Very interesting on how that works. That's why I am. Am I afraid of death? Well, I'm not sure. I mean, I've watched people passing away enough times being a volunteer at hospice, 11th hour volunteer. uh, I've seen many animals pass away. So, am I afraid of death? I'm not afraid of death. I just wonder how it's going to happen. Yes, yeah, yeah. Well, I kind of have already given a. Okay, what I'm just saying. um, but I'm very excited to make that transition from earthly life to spirit life without, oh, I wish I could be there now. Not like that, okay? I have still got work to do here. But it's a future goal. The last thing on my bucket list here on Earth is what? Well, then I'm going to have a bucket list. What, in spirit world? Yeah, probably, right? Probably a really, really long one. There's a lot of people I need to meet and want to have some talks with, this and that. Yes, yeah, probably never ending. Just saying. It will be eternal. What is eternal life like? That's a hard one, isn't it? Yeah, that's a hard one to figure out. The vastness requires eternity. That's the best I can explain it. All right, all right, all right. 130 Psalm 138. Yeah, and I think I'm getting something. Maybe it's just a little with the cold out there. My sinuses are a little bit clogged this morning. Hymn of thanksgiving again of David. I thank you, Yahweh, with all my heart, for you have listened to the cry I uttered. In the presence of angels, I sing to you. I bow down before your holy temple. I praise your name for your faithful love and your constancy. Your promises surpass even your frame. Oh. Your promises surpass even your fame. Okay. You heard me on the day when I called, and you gave new strength to my heart. All the kings of the earth give thanks to you, Yahweh. What? All the kings of the earth give thanks to you, Yahweh, when they hear the promises you make. They sing of Yahweh's ways. Great is the glory of Yahweh. Sublime as he is, Yahweh looks on the humble. The proud he picks out from afar. Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting. All the kings of the earth give thanks to you, Yahweh. Where did that come from? Don't know. Though I live surrounded by trouble, you give me life to my enemy's fury. You stretch out your right hand and save me. Yahweh will do all things for me. Yahweh, your faithful love endures forever. Do not abandon what you have made. And here at the end, do not abandon what you have made. As if God has ever abandoned the Israelites. What is that, huh? Laid again against God's feet. That's just saying. And what did I start talking about? I find it absolutely horrific and offensive when people out there with their little minds about, I don't know what kind of weirdo stuff, lay that at our feet. At the feet of people, say, hey, you know what? Would you be able to do that if you were not living in this country? Huh? Where so many things are just, okay, well, it's just the people. Huh? Yes? Just saying. Who built this up all here for you? So you can act up like you do. I'm just okay. Most people watching this, I know, are of kindred spirits to me. I know that. Yes? But anyway, so I just wondered about this stuff. So, all right, next. Yeah, so here's David again. It's a David hymn of Thanksgiving. It's a very classic. I think I could start picking them out without knowing they're of David or from David. Psalm 139. We got one more to go. In praise of God's um, omniscience, omniscience. For the choir master of David, Psalm. Yahweh, you examine me and know me. You know when I sit, when I rise. You understand my thoughts from afar. You watch when I walk or lie down. You know every detail of my conduct. A word is not yet on my tongue. Before you, Yahweh, know all about it. You fence me in, behind, and in front. You have laid your hand upon me. Such amazing knowledge is beyond me, a height to which I cannot attain. That's not right, by the way. A word is not yet on my tongue. Before you, Yahweh, know all about it. That's not true. And I tell you how I know that that is not true. I used the pendulum for a little while, not for a very long time, but I kind of grew up with the knowledge because in Switzerland the pendulum is a big thing, or a big thing. It's not unknown. Okay, so I grew up with you can put your ring or something on a chain and it starts to move and spin and this. But I learned here in the United States and how to properly use it. And there's one thing. If you are not absolutely clear and prepared yourself to use the pendulum in the proper way to get guidance from spirit world, you are not going to get the correct answers. So no, you have to be clear on what it is that is in your mind and what comes out of your mouth and what is in your heart. If the three are not in unison, then spirit world does not know. God does not know. We have freedom of will and freedom to choose. We will have that in spirit world as well. And God does not interfere with that, and He does not know everything at all times on what your next move is. He's hoping for it to be the right one. Do you understand what I'm saying? It also says somewhere here in the Bible, I don't think we've come across it yet, not even God knows the future, can't predict the future. Yes? And if He would know ahead of time, this and that, you think He'd have created us? Okay, just made my point. I think He'd have waited for a better model. All right. Yes. But again, it's kind of an excuse, right? Oh, you already know what I'm going to say. This. Okay, no. It doesn't work that way, people. It didn't work like that at that time, and it's not going to work at this time. Where shall I go to escape your spirit? There you go. Why do you need to escape? Why does he need to escape? Oh, because... where shall I flee from your presence? If I scale the heavens, you are there. If I lie flat in Sheol, there you are. If we truly, really would know that, or people would know that, they would behave how exactly? As they do out there? I'm not talking about people who don't believe in anything or whatever. I'm talking about Christians, just the Christians. People who believe in the one God. Go to church, this and that. Yes? Where shall I go to escape your spirit? Where shall I flee from your presence? If I scale the heavens, you are there. If I lie flat in Sheol, there you are. If people were to truly believe that, if they would have truly believed that at that time as well, guess what? They would have been a little more, they would have been a little bit more careful in how they behave, don't you think? Well, I've said this many times before. Do you really truly believe in God? Do you? Yes? All right. Can't have it both ways. David wants it both ways. Well, we all know how that worked. If I speed away on the wings of the dawn, if I dwell beyond the ocean, even there your hand will be guiding me, your right hand holding me fast. if he knows that, again, why is he so often lamenting over everything? I will say, let the darkness cover me and the night wrap itself around me. Even darkness to you is not dark, and night is as clear as the day. Well, that's the truth. If you're afraid of the dark, just start going and take a walk in the dark, just for a few minutes. And let the dark just envelop you as if you were to let love envelop you. Yes? It's kind of cool. Now, would I be stupid enough to go and walk around in our hills in the middle of the night with the coyotes and I don't know what else out there? No. But I've had to walk in the dark to go and find my goats or this or that. And it was pretty amazing. We're cautious in the dark, but we don't need to be afraid of the dark. So this is actually pretty nice. I like that. And it's true. Why God created. Our Heavenly Parent created the night, the moon, the darkness. Why would he be scared of that? And why should we be? Yes? Again, what's the worst thing that lurks in the dark when it comes to us having to be afraid? It's often not animals or this or that. Yeah? All right, okay. It's other people. Just making sure. Don't go to demons and jazz like that. I don't believe in that. You created my inmost self, knit me together in my mother's womb. For so many marvels I thank you. A wonder am I, and all your works are wonders. Yeah, and if he would have believed that at that time, I think he would have respected women a bit more. Again, lip service. David, hey, yeah, hang your head. You knew me through and through. My being held no secrets from you. When I was being formed in secret, textured in the depths of the earth, your eyes could see my embryo. In your book all my days were inscribed. Every one that was fixed is there. How hard for me to grasp your thoughts, how many, God, there are. If I count them, they are more than the grains of sand. If I come to an end, I am still with you. Interestingly enough, he has these epiphanies, obviously, and yet he's still questioning his abilities. Yes? Yeah. If only God, you would kill the wicked. Aha! That was a nice prep. It was a pretty long prep until we got to that, right? Yes? The flattery. David was a great flatterer, in my opinion. Well, here we go. If only God, you could kill the wicked. Men of violence, keep away from me. Those who speak blasphemously about you and take no account of your thoughts. Flattered again. Flutter, flitter, flatter. Yahweh, do I not hate those who hate you, and loathe those who defy you? My hate for them has no limits. I regard them as my own enemies. Okay. Well, I guess David kind of woke up to Jesus's, love thy enemy as thyself. I don't know. God, examine me and know my heart. Test me and know my concerns. Make sure that I am not on my way to ruin, and guide me on the road of eternity. Why? Why? Does there always have to be some kind of an agenda? I am so disappointed in these Psalms. I don't know how you guys feel about it. But, and again, keep the people riled up to make sure that they're not going, hey, can't we just have peace with all our neighbors, this, that? Come on, now we got so much stuff. We could help each other out, this, that. No. They don't. There is God, and God is our only God, right? Number one. And they don't like that. They're not like us. So we got to make sure we stay angry and hateful. That's what I'm hearing out of here. Yeah? As I said, we've read enough. If you listen to any of the videos or have read the Bible, there's enough in here that we know the Israelites were also violent, didn't just defend, but also attacked others. Okay? Yes. Didn't just defend themselves and did attack others as well. So, yeah, my goodness. That's it. Maybe I'll talk about the other thing tomorrow, where was not aware that um, when it came to certain things within religious organizations, the justice system couldn't take them on or something, or they was like, well, separation of state and church or whatever. And crime, people would get away with crimes that definitely should have been addressed and taken care of. And then I'm going, oh, is that why so many priests and pastors or whatever, priests mainly that I know, or clergy get away with pedophilia? Right? Oh, you think that's a new thing, right? Oh, that is as old as it can get. As far as I know, even in Switzerland where I lived, boys were exposed to that. Not at the time. I never heard anything at the time that I was growing up there, um, as a child. But before that, it was rumored. Nobody was ever taken to. Yeah, the Catholic Church is good at shoveling things under the rug. There's no doubt about that. But again, so supposedly there's a reason for that. Yes, there are the judicial system, the justice system of the states, of the country here in the United States. I don't know how it is otherwise around the world. It's very limited on how they can interfere with crimes committed, right, within a congregation per se. Now, not murder and all that, but certain other things. That was what? Why is there? How is that possible? So supposedly that's another thing that's kind of being revisited. And I'm going, a crime is a crime. What does it matter if you're a believer or not? Right? Yes. If the crime happens in a church, or if the crime happens in a store, what does that matter? Crime is a crime. You go against one of the commandments. Oh yeah, that's a sin. Besides a crime. Yes. Again, what? What's going on out there? Are people actually happy with all the excuses that they and loopholes that they have available to them? To do what? Oh, because that's not really a sin now. That's not really a crime. Are you kidding me? Who are you kidding? Yourself? You're not going to kid me. Huh? Just saying. Anyway, okay, set that now too. So yeah. All this interesting stuff going on again. I'm still not happy about the eggs, the prices of eggs going up the way it has. That's ridiculous. So I need to get chickens here, right? Yes, that's the solution, right? What am I going to care? If I have 10 chickens here, I ain't going to care, which you can't have 10 chickens here, but we can have 4. We have 4 chickens here, yes? Then, and we household with the eggs a little bit, yes? Then I won't need to worry about what the eggs cost in the store anymore, do I? And you can keep chickens in a small coop. They're very happy. Chickens are very happy critters with a not a super small space. It just depends on how many there are, but with a relatively comfortable space where they can dig around a bit in the ground. Yes, have a nice place to go and lay their eggs or raise babies or this or that. They're very happy little creatures. Yes, that need very little, but they do need a little bit of comfort in certain things that's just in their nature. Yeah, like somewhere to roost. So one should build a chicken coop around a tree and you'd have the happiest chickens. Yes? Okay. Well, anyway, that's all I wanted to share. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you, guide you, and embrace you with love. And I will talk to you all another time.